Okay, welcome back to the slow and uninteresting trade game. Pretty much the main trick's already been fired off, so I'm just playing the rest of this for my own personal satisfaction. I highly recommend you find something better to do with your time than watch this. We build lots of ships that make us more money. It allows us to make us more ships, which makes us more money. We raise our inflation, which makes us more money. At least it'll allow us to go vastly over the force limit when it comes to our army maintenance. And I'm happy to see that our manpower has respawned. Let's get rid of these troublesome mercenaries. Perhaps after we've brought round some troops to replace them with. What are we looking at there? 11, 9. 9 and 9 is 18. I reckon 18,000 infantry should be fine and dandy there. I'll give them a couple of cavalry as well, because that's just how we roll. Best to keep a good eye on those war taxes as well. 7th of March in 46. I'll have to get that one in mind. Oh, now this is indeed fantastic. Popular support for our Grand Navy pushes our maintenance modifier down even more. Now watch this go much higher. Bang! Works both ways. Occasionally you can get an event that drops it by 5%. And when that happens, you want to be somewhere else. Speaking of wanting to be somewhere else, I need to find a much better person to be at war with than our good friend Serbia here. Hello Andrew 756 saying, Mr. Jake, soothe me with your voice please. That's a little disturbing, but what can I say? We have a few ambitions across the globe here, although search me if I can remember them. That's right, I need to go to war with the Ottomans before Crusades stop being a thing. And on the same token, I need to get that claim on Kara, because now they are getting in my way. Wow, they really did a number on the Otto scum. Huh. We got the accumulating money mission. Who doesn't remember that one? Right, I should probably put my army together and ready up to attack the Ottomans. But where is my army? 40,000 of you over there. A whole bunch of you there. Well, it matters not if Serbia beats us to a pulp here. All these ships kind of boggle my mind though, and I'm gonna have to sort out all these guys that are told to return home at war, because that's no longer an issue unless I go to war with Great Britain. It doesn't really matter if you guys go home during warfare. Jake, how much money is in your main trade node? Asks our fry lad. Not much at the moment. 121 ducats. Could be better. But we will make it better. Once we own these two provinces, we'll cut off a lot of Castile's share. I also want Valencia so I can help push from Genoa a bit better. 90% is pretty good, but until it becomes more than we increase the value of when we push it, it's not really worthwhile. Castile improves it by... okay, so it is actually better that way. That's fine. Yeah, it's high time to curb stomp the Ottomans. We'll get the rest of this coastline back for ourselves. I'll also wonder where I left my transport fleet. Can I assign you something? Control 1? How does that work? There's some kind of hotkey where you can assign provinces to a number. Not provinces. You can assign fleets or units to a number. Well, clearly I don't know how that works. Otherwise, everything looks A-okay. The only thing I want to pursue is Australia. Now they're allied with Crimea, but Crimea barely exists anymore, so that's not a problem. We'll get those lands back. Joke units. It's control plus number. Okay, so this trade fleet's going to be, this transport fleet's going to be hard to keep a hold of. So if I control one U, and then hit what? Wow. Wow. This is going to be a lot of fun. I will endeavour to remember that for later dates. Now I can't see the Ottomans really hurting us that much. They won't be able to get access through Kara, and they don't have troops here. Unfortunately, the only place I really want here is Karaman itself. But I see no reason not to siege the sucker up. As for you, Oman, good thing I thought ahead and made that claim on Muscat. It's the only province you have that I really want, and I will be taking it from you. I'll also be wondering why you are not patrolling. Again, not in alphabetical order. Yeah, give us the power. That's right, I want Rashid as well. In fact, I want a whole lot of your land. And thankfully Rashid now counts as distant overseas, so even though it's a trade node, it'll be worth good money for me. So I can press number 1, sail over here and grab this 40 stack. Now, like I said, not going to be anything interesting. I'm just going to finish off my Mediterranean Sea home and make Sevilla extremely wealthy. This is kind of where the fun tapers away in any campaign, although I think it ran out long ago here, and it just becomes a game of self-satisfaction, and I'm all about that. I think some of these trade company events could do with a bit of work. In order to protect our interests in Asia, we need to assume control of more territory. I can either lose 20 dip or have nothing happen. So if I set you onto the fleet and I press 1, yeah, fun for all the family. I've been looking with mercs. I might just start doing more using that. I don't know what viewer is, but that sounds like trouble. Okay, well, we got you sorted. What in the world? So that event gave me claims on all of this? I hope it doesn't throw a hissy fit if I don't take any of it, because I won't be taking any of it. I already have 85% share right here. And the thing about that 85% share is, Look at that. 85% extra goods produced in all provinces inside this trade zone. A little bit because of propagation of trade power, but look at that, spices. Trade value going through the roof. More power, more value, more money. It's all about the shekels. It's like I'm really playing patrician. Gee, what happened to the Ottomans? I know I happened to them, but still. I'm being asked why I don't colonise anymore. The only thing I'm interested in colonising now is the rest of Australia. And I'm not overly captivated by it anyway. Oh, you guys launch a surprise attack on Serbia just to keep that war going. Yeah, I think what I'm going to do is I am going to eventually take the Shetlands off of Denmark. I'm pretty sure they're allied with Russia, but I'll figure the rest of that out. They're just minor details. I'm going to have to crush the rest of you, haven't I? And I will let Shetlands revolt away into Norway. And then I'll be in perpetual war with Norway. Sounds like fun, right? Being told to colonise Samtoy. No, the reason I don't want to colonise much, and wow, they've already beat me to it, is Samtoy. 5 base stacks roughly, so usual amount of goods. But look at that. Extra goods because of my my existence in this node, in the Philippine node. I don't even have any ships here, it's all just from owning this this glorious centre of trade. Because of my high mercantilism and ideas, really puts its worth through the roof. The next idea that I get at 22 will almost certainly be trade. Yeah. Hey Callum, indeed the Shekels game is going fairly not bad. Although I'm losing this Serbian war, they can't enforce peace on me. That is, they can't tell me that I have to go to peace now, where it costs me a stability hit if I refuse. I think it's something like they have to have a 26 war score advantage over the peace deal that they offer, minus my war exhaustion. I believe that's it, and my war exhaustion isn't very high. Nor will I allow it to get very high. How big is your navy, asks. Wow, such what? Oh no, that wasn't you that asked that. I love Ha asks it. 1544, which is well above support limit. However, they're making me shekels. It's tempting to increase my inflation just to make even more. But that does have other knock-on effects. I'd love to excommunicate one last time. The papal functions disappear after 1650, which is a real shame. I believe it's... I keep getting this event. It's going to permanently cost me 10 trade efficiency, more or less. What a shame. Since there are other powers getting involved here, I really should invest in getting myself some presents down in Australia. As I expected, taking your capital is going to be pretty pricey. East coast of Murica, Jake. Actually, that's not a bad point, because I'm going to need to have a bit of trade influence in this area, and I won't be able to get it unless I have some of the land for myself. So taking something like that island, just to give me a bit of range for my ships. Or this province, but that's much too far away. So what you say is not without... Colonial range plus 20%, is that going to be enough? Yeah, well, that'll add another 100 to it. Good timing. They're a little aggressive, but who isn't? See how quickly I forget about you. So yeah, I'll just be playing pretty sloppy right now, because all I want to do is expand my trade groove. And yeah, I can see Oman's new trade, I can see Oman's new capital. I will plough my way over there, and that will surely allow me to get some peace going with them. Ah, lovely, relaxing peace. Now, sadly, Timbuktu and Mecca are out of the question. I suppose Mecca's not out of the question, but hot damn, it's going to take forever. I don't think I have any more ways of increasing that. Oh well, fancy that. That's just what I need. Sunday schools. We'll get it in due time. Jake, use the conversion trick on Mecca. No, there'll be no need. No need at all. Jeez, all these ships, they're difficult on the eyes. There we go, it's just the Sunday schools we were looking for. Can't do Mecca because it's under siege, but we'll quickly lift that. Nice. We'll get this established. We are going to need a few more troops around here. The Japanese Highlanders will do nicely. We'll explore the rest of this, and then we'll get back. It's also March now, so we need to raise war taxes, otherwise this is going to cost us an arm and a leg. Yeah, look at that. Can reduce maintenance quite a bit, but what we really need to is keep paying those war taxes down. And let's get Mecca converted to the one true faith. Don't want to see any revolts here. But do I really want to spend 60 on it? I don't think I do. Mind you, I'm going to need more troops around this area anyway. Once I siege this land up, I'll get this 40 stacked down into Genoa. Oh boy, Castile is exploring this. They'll see it as temperate land and they will no doubt want it. As for you, Ottoman, yeah, I should have no problem getting land I want. And that should do it. I shouldn't need any more wars against the Ottoman after this. Well, I can only hope that that remains the case. Actually, come to think of it, you troops are probably going to be more useful up here because I will have to take on Cara. Just to join up everything, and then it's only Austria left in order to get my land connection all the way down to Africa. Hello, Australia. Of course, I can colonize all of Australia in one go. There's no need to keep my colonists down there. I just need a bunch of troops to patrol the area. Keep it free of native scum. Oh, you'll give that up. You'll give that right up. Nothing to it. As long as we completely ignore any of our past military endeavours in Iberia, you could say that we've just snowballed past the point of no return. That's all she wrote. For the Ottomans, at least. I probably don't have everything I need to core all this, but we'll take it now anyway. Even though it's over the overextension limit. No need to worry. It's what I could say, however, I think it would work in my interests to take and core Muscat first. Once I obliterate his army, that'll be that. Again, it's just another day off for me, so a nice way to spend it in my eyes. He'll come round. One thing that concerns me slightly is I'm going to have to protect that place I'm colonizing here. Could make a unit here and just march it over. Yeah, that works. Right, he'll change his mind after a quick blockade. I had enough of him being stubborn. Oh, okay, the threat of one just flipped it in my favour. And we'll give that a wee while to core before turning on the Ottoman. There's also the ever so slight issue of Serbia here. Jake, collapse Russia into a tribal federation EU3 style. What, you want me to go world conquest that way? Impirin Riri says, holy crap, Genoa, I love you. I've tried to do anything with them ever since I got EU4. You're actually Genoese. Well, I hope I can do you proud. I'm going to make the Mediterranean your very own swimming pool. The aristocrats of Genoa have been pushing for legislation popularly referred to as the Family Act, an effort to prevent innocent minds from the twisted plays and novels spewed forth by libertine authors of recent years. The main outrage behind the initiative for the Family Act is an obscene play, the Family Act, travelling the country, which satirises the excesses of the aristocratic classes, humiliated and revolted the victims of its mockery and are demanding that the Republic prevents it from spreading further. I ain't losing stability for you, aristocrats. In fact, you got negative... That's interesting. Negative influence. I wonder if that evens out to 0 by the end of the month. Anyway, I need to keep the traders in power. There's no ifs, no buts. Much like how earlier I needed to keep the... aristocrats in power just to prevent the uprisings. So really you brought this on yourself, matey. So we'll get Muscat cored quite quickly. That'll be fine. You need to defend that colony, and I need that colonist free for getting the rest of these lands, or else Castile's going to beat me to it, and I can't be having that. So far so good. Speaking of things I need, those are too many troops. Oh, too many troops, not enough boats. But I can take you over there and worry about you later. Jake, how you want to convert Timbuktu? I'm probably going to need another cathedral there. After all, it'll be about as hard as Constantinople was. In fact, it'll be harder than Constantinople was, because Constantinople was only Orthodox. Okay, once you have landed in Sinola, I got nothing to worry about. Speaking of not worried about, Sinop can stay covered in rebs. It's not my concern. Meanwhile, I don't feel that we're making enough war galleons. They're actually the real moneymaker in this whole endeavour. They've got the highest